And itong mga tinatawag na novel tobacco products, hindi basta-basta pwedeng i-promote yan kahit sa mga doktor na nakakabuti. Ang mga doktor natin magagaling. Pero nagre-rely din sila sa mga tinatawag na scientists o mga experts para bigyan din sila ng bagong impormasyon. Eh yan nga mga bagong impormasyon. Tapos ang PMI magpapa-seminar or tinatawag na scientific forum at ang mga imbitado ay mga doktor. May kopya ako ng kanilang mga invitation para sabihin yung beneficial effects ng mga e-cigarettes, mga vapes, mga heated tobacco products. Hindi pwede yon, bawal yon. It is unethical, Your Honor. And it is my firm belief that since we are about to discuss the budget, sayang na ang dami sa atin, Senator Bongo just stood up to promote the support for more budget for health. Our chairman, Senator Angara, is trying to find funding to support health. May additional funding pa yon for the health workers that have dedicated their lives, who have risked their lives during the time of COVID, well, the height of COVID. May utang pa tayo sa kanila, di ba, Senator Angara? Bilyon ang utang natin sa kanila, tinayan nila yung buhay nila. Tapos eto tayo, with one hand, naghanap ng pondo para tulungan ng health, and with the other hand, pinapabayaan natin itong mga seminar na to, na gumagawa ng health claims na wala namang permiso sa FDA. So yun lang sa akin, Mr. President, because this Congress, this Senate, the previous Senate, passed the vape law, which happily includes a provision that says na bawal gawin yon. So hindi natin dapat payagan na gawin nila yun. Trabaho ba natin yon? Hindi. Trabaho ng FDA at ng DOH yan. But it is my job to bring it to the attention of the body para sama-sama naman tayong manindigan na hindi tayo pwede ng ganyan. Hindi pwede yung kabataan, hindi pwede yung mga Pilipino pinagbobobol at niloloko na dinadaan pa sa doktor ang information na ito na hindi ho tama. Let me end with a few other visuals. Ayan, tingnan nyo naman please, my dear colleagues. Ang nasa ad na ito, because the journal does not have pictures, why not nga naman, Mr. Majority Floor Leader, dapat yung journal natin may pictures, di ba? Because I don't know if I have the capacity. I am not like Senator Robin Hood Padilla, who is there, who has the ability to explain very well in words, no, yung nakikita niya. And hindi ko alam kung kaya kong gawin yun, but I will just describe. Ito po ay mga advertisement na ang bida doktor, o at least mukhang doktor, na pinopromote ang sigarilyo. O di ba ngayon medyo nasya-shock tayo, wow talaga ha, gumamit pa ng doktor to promote cigarettes. But this is how it was maybe 50 years ago, Your Honors. Doktor, dentist ang ginagamit. Guess what? O ngayon, fast forward, ganun pa rin ginagamit nila. Doktor ngayon ang gusto nilang bolahin para doktor din ang magpo-promote ng vapes and e-cigs. It's the same story. Huwag naman tayo magpabola. Ngayon, shock tayo. With all due respect, I try to be a responsible chairman of the Committee on Sustainable Development and Futures Thinking. So let's put ourselves 50 years from now. Diba, titingnan din natin yung ads na ang kasama doktor na nagpo-promote ng vapes and e-cigs. Sasabihin din natin, ha? Ganon? Pumayag tayo na ganon? So ngayon pa lang, samahan nyo naman ako na sabihin na hindi tayo papayag ng ganyan, na nagpapaseminar in the guise of scientific forum. In fact, Your Honors, yung isang invitation nila, let me read the details. Sabi pa, it's an oncology-focused event. So oncologist pa, mga specialist pa ng cancer ang mga inimbete nila para sabihin mag-vape na lang yung mga pasyente nyo. Tama ba yon? Hindi tama yon, Your Honor. So on that note, let's celebrate our anniversary. And be united in fighting the good fight. Thank you, Mr. President.
And just 2 points to add to that, Majority Leader. I filed one, I think it was the 17th Congress, a bill, sana matulungan ako ng ating mga kasamahan dito sa industriyang pelikulang Pilipino, na gawin at least, kung hindi natin kayang gawin year-round, gawin natin twice a year yung MMF, Manila Film Festival, MFF, which is basically December, di ba? December po yan, at dapat merong summer, middle of the year, para at least dalawa. Para sa ganun ay medyo mabubuhay na konting ating pelikulang Pilipino. And pangalawa, it all boils down to nationalism, yung nationalismo. Yung gusto natin tangkilikin ang sarili nating produkto. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, let's promote the Philippines. Part and parcel of promoting the Philippines yan. Kung hindi maganda imahe ng Pilipinas, walang gagawang pelikula dito. Totoo po yan. Kung tropical ang setting, baka sabihin nila, doon na lang tayo sa Thailand kasi baka magulo dyan. Dahil yung nakikita natin sa news, puro gulo. Di ba? Kaya dapat promote din natin yung Philippines ng maayos. Yes, Senator Jinggoy.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to give you a brief background with regard to the Metro Manila Film Festival. The Metro Manila Film Festival was founded by my father in 1975, and it is still ongoing up to this now. And before that, there was a Manila Film Festival held every June of the year. Kaso mo, hindi yata natuloy, it was short-lived. Kasi pagdating ng June, tag-ulan na. Hindi na pumapasok yung mga moviegoers. But I heard from the MMDA that they are planning to hold a summer film festival
Yun ang maganda.
on the month of April yata.
Oo.
So we might have two festivals. One is the Summer Film Festival and the other is the
Summer Film Festival.
Metro Manila Film Festival. At during those times, especially sa Metro Manila Film Festival, walang foreign films na pinalalabas. Panay Tagalog films.
Yes, that's the idea.
And that is the idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
I will support that, Your Honor.
Thank you.
If there is a measure on the floor, particularly.
Yes, Mr. President, last but not the least, to make a short manifestation, Mr. President,
Is the
is
princess. She's the princess of
the
Filipino.
amazing grace of the Senate, the former chairperson of the Committee on Public Information, Mr. President.
Yes.
Senator Grace po, I move that she be recognized,
To
Mr.
the
President.
distinguished lady senator, the daughter of the king of Philippine cinema, and a very great senator on her own right, Senator Grace po.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction, Mr. President, and to the Majority Leader. Of course, it's no surprise that this issue is very much important for many of our colleagues here. So many have found their roots in the film and television industry. I, for one, has filed Senate Bill 867, or the Philippine Film and Television Tourism Act of 2022. Mr. President, Senator Tolentino pointed out the benefits of giving incentives so that producers from other countries will think of shooting their films here in the Philippines. Let me give you an example, Mr. President. Not only will it provide jobs for our local talents, cameramen that they will hire here, local artists that they can get to star in their films, but it also promotes the country, as you mentioned. Let's not forget, New Zealand was made even more popular. I think tourism increased by more than 60% after Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
There's also the beach that showcased the beautiful islands of Thailand, which we have, I think, if not better, comparable islands. Unfortunately, The Born Identity was at the title of the movie that was shot here, showed Palawan rather briefly and in the middle of the ocean. You can't even see the shoreline. So, Mr. President, it's really important. Can you imagine we pay for billboards to be shown in Times Square that showcases the beauty of the Philippines? But with one film watched by not only in cinemas but also streaming through Netflix, you can showcase the beauty of the Philippines. That's millions of dollars that we save on advertising. So I hope that we pass this Film Tourism Act, the details of which I will not get into now because I know that we have a very important measure to sponsor today. But I also would like to say that a lot of the workers in the film industry are really hard pressed now because of the pandemic that happened. But there are other areas. You close a door, a window will open. Now there's a streaming platform that they are, I think, more aggressively pursuing. So that's all, Mr. President. Thank you to my dear colleague, Senator Estrada, for bringing this issue to light.